Hey guys, J-Games here again. This is what if Naruto inherited One For All. Basically, in this one, well, if you guys don't know what One For All is, basically, it's the quirk that Midoriya from Naruto, from My Hero Academia has. And Naruto is the main character of the anime. Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, and he's only good character in Boruto. So, yeah. Well, actually, I'll give Mitsuki and Orochimaru some credit too. They're decent. They're decent in Boruto. And Himawari, she's okay too. Yeah, basically, the only good character in our family consists of Naruto and just Himawari. Just about those two. And the associated with Naruto as a friend kind of just sucks now in Boruto. Yeah. Kawaki, Himawari, and Naruto are like the only good members that associate with Naruto a bit more fluently. Sasuke's okay, I guess, and Kakashi is just Kakashi, so he's dope as all hell in every respect. But yeah. But back to basically what was it? Yeah, back to just going over. Basically going over just how Naruto would get One For All, or what One For All is first. Basically, it's been through I believe now 9 users. And those users consist the first user being All For One's younger brother, second user being someone who freed One For All's brother from All For One's captivity, third user being a friend of the second user, fourth user, I forgot his relation. Then Dagoro Banjo was basically just like the fourth user's, I would say, student or someone he knew. Then N, the sixth user, was a student or ally of Dagoro Banjo. Then Nanashimura was an ally of the sixth user. Then the 8th user, Toshinari Yagi, was Nanashimura's student, and Midoriya is All Might's student. So, yeah. All Might and Midoriya are the ones without quirks in the whole vast majority of One For All. That's why they aren't dead. So, yeah. Well, at least All Might isn't dead yet. He's old, but he's also probably like I think I know 10-year-olds who weigh like quadruple what All Might weighs in a skinny form. All Might is thin as all hell and it's terrifying. He's tall as all hell, too, so that may give him a bit more weight, but he's still very thin. And Midoriya is Midoriya, so, yeah. But One For All does kill a user slowly if they have a quirk. So, one time Midoriya being useless pays off good. So, yeah. Basically, in this one, well, All Might, we go to basically about his battle. All For One found a quirk that allowed him to kind of open portals through time and space. Now, in the middle of battle, All Might, well, All For One had somewhat of a quirk awakening with this one, as he was about to die with All Might trying to smash, and when he used the portal for time and space, it more or less was just space, not time. But with the little time there was, well, it kind of destroyed All Might's United States of Smash, and it kind of sent All Might through space. That space ended up into a whole different spatial area, being the Naruto-verse. And he landed right in the middle of the Third Great Ninja War, or towards the end of the Great Ninja War. He was kind of landed in an isolated country that wasn't really involved in this, so it didn't matter for him. After this, he was told about what happened throughout the war, and he was kind of concerned about where he was. But he's going to go to the side that will seem to be the safest, being Konoha. On his way there, he actually had unlocked chakra and learned how to use it. So this allowed All Might to actually access Earth Release, so, yeah. But he got to Konoha and kind of just stayed there for a bit. They let him in because he's from he vouches that he lived in his village for a few months, and had traveled around the world. And he's a shinobi that can only use Earth Release and not good Earth Release at all, so there's no way he's a shinobi. So yeah, his genjutsu seems to be lacking. Like, he's not a good shinobi overall. He can only do very low scale Earth Release jutsu. He's kind of a useless shinobi. So they live in Konoha, and eventually he finds Baby Naruto, but toddler Naruto being bullied by the rest of the village, and All Might buffed up, suddenly smacking away everyone who tried to attack Naruto. But what really something is that his buff form, he can maintain it for a few minutes actually, and still has a beast amount of power from One For All. Like I said before, he didn't get to use United States Smash. His body made the pressure of United States Smash, but didn't launch off the attack. And that pressure did defeat All For One. So, yeah. But All Might would basically raise toddler Naruto after asking Hiruzen to adopt him, and Hiruzen didn't know that Toshinari lived in the forest, so, yeah. So he let Toshinari adopt Naruto as long as Naruto gets proper training. Then Naruto talks about his life in the academy, and Toshinari basically tells Naruto that he can have some friends over, like Hinata, Shikamaru, Choji, Shino. They can hang out in the forest if they want to, but that's kind of just about it. And that Naruto doesn't really need to attend the academy too much. He'll be teaching Naruto personally. Toshinari is one of the smartest characters in all of My Hero Academia, if you guys don't know that, but yeah. Even though he chose probably the shittiest successor I've ever thought of, but yeah. Alright. Basically, he would train Naruto up to his peak power, and Shikamaru, Choji, Hinata, and Shino are there as well. And Toshinori's a teacher. He's dealt with lazy students, including Shikamaru type. So basically, he's able to bring out Shikamaru's effort and trains them all, actually. Remember, they don't really attend the academy, but they attend Toshinori's teachings. His intelligence teaching, basically, his intelligence strength in their minds are good, his intelligence strength in their bodies are good. His teachings are all around impressive. Hell, they're all in physical shape that Midoriya can even reach in 10 months, and they're not even 10 yet. So yeah, by the time they are 10 years old, though, well, All Might would bestow Naruto with One for All by hair, but he tells Naruto that he can pass on his power, but he's not going to tell him how yet. Toshinori had snuck on his hair in Midoriya's food. Not Midoriya, I mean, in Naruto's food. Naruto ate it. Well, kind of like, was there a hair in my food? I think I swallowed it. And All Might's like, yeah, that's how I pass out my quirk. Hair, blood, or spit. What do you choose? And Naruto would have said, I would prefer you spitting in my drink than me knowingly eating your hair. And All Might kind of just froze at that, but yeah. But then eventually, well, once All Might had passed on One for Naruto kind of got the whole brunt of it, and with his body being fully ready, he kind of gets the All Might effect of it, of him being, I would say, he gets the hang of One for All immediately, unlike Midoriya, who just completely sucks ass. But yeah. Naruto woke up with Toshinori. He wrote a giant scroll out for them, basically for those teachings for the students, as All Might had died in his sleep, knowing that with his one chakra being binded with One for All and him running out of chakra immediately, that killed him. So yeah, Naruto ended up inheriting One for All and the chakra. I'm gonna go over all the abilities of One for All that we know of. For the first user, being All for One's brother, had the power to pass down his quirk, even though it would have done nothing, and a power to stockpile quirks, or stockpile power. So that made the quirk a bit stronger. Second user, we don't know jack shit about him, but we may not know anything about him right now because I haven't read the My Hero manga in like a long time. So yeah, I kind of stopped reading after Starting Stripe's death. But yeah. Then we should go on to the third user, whose ability is Fajin, where a repetitive motion can store up kinetic energy. Then you can do that same motion to release all that kinetic energy built up in that one spot for that did the repetitive motion. This example of this I can give is like Finks from the Phantom Troop in Hunter x Hunter. How he can cranks his arm up and then one blast can just do insane damage. So yeah, and then we go on to basically just the fourth user, who had Danger Sense or Spider Sense, if you want to put it in a bit more normal sense. Well, Naruto's Danger Sense now being binded to All Might's chakra, but now his own chakra, along with being a natural sensor ninja. Well, Naruto basically has the Sharingan. So yeah. Then the fifth user's quirk, Daigoro Banjo, has the ability of, Black Whip. We see Midoriya use that. If you're caught up on anime, or even the manga, you know what this quirk is. Or if you're caught up on the manga, you know all the quirks that I'm about to mention. So fifth user, Black Whip. Basically, they can be, the tendrils in Black Whip can be used basically grab, slap, or pull yourself on. So, yeah. Grab, slap, pull, stick, that kind of anything that, think of like any character who uses like webs, whips, so on and so forth. This user, his name is N. If you guys don't know anything in Japanese, N just means smoke, so smoke screen. You guys can kind of guess that's his quirk. And then we go on to the seventh user, Nanashimura, whose quirk is Float. But then, if she were to infuse her quirk One for All, she basically just gets Grand Frino's quirk by like times 2. So yeah. And the eighth user, All Might, no quirk. Ninth user, Midoriya, no quirk. So, or taking away quirk that may happen. I don't know. Who cares? All right. So Naruto inherited all those abilities. And he's also a lot smarter at roughly same intelligence as Toshinori. But also, Toshinori's knowledge of the Shomi world is he's traveled from halfway across the continent to go to the Hidden Leaf. So, yeah. So Toshinori's great knowledge of the ninja world and all five Shomi villages. He's been to each one for like a few days, few weeks to rest and so. Then he's been to a few small surrounding villages, and everything, having basically a giant travel log that he has. Plus, Naruto in terms of intelligence is roughly about nearly as smart as Kakashi is, because just his knowledge of the great ninja world. So yeah. Yeah, Naruto has all this at roughly the age of 10. Then came his friends, him, Shikamaru, Choji, Hinata, and Shino. Well, they all kind of hang out in Naruto's house as they even attended the funeral for Toshinori. Tsuchi had heard about Toshinori's death in his sleep. So, he even attended the funeral a bit with a few Anbu guards who met Toshinori when he first got into Konoha. So yeah. Now we go fast forward to 3 years later when Naruto, Shikamaru, Choji, Hinata, and Shino are all 13. And they're all pretty intelligent still. Like even Choji's pretty smart, but isn't well. He's smart, but or smart compared to Canonical Choji. We're sure pretty average in the class. Shikamaru doesn't even try, but he still even goes to making number 2 in the class. And Naruto ends up making number 1. We see the number 1s through like 5, the top 5. Naruto, Shikamaru, Shino, Sakura, Ino, Sasuke. Those are the top 6. And Sasuke didn't make the top 5, or didn't make top 3, or even top 5, which pissed him off extremely. Then in terms of his all-around abilities, Naruto can use a decent amount of nature releases, which would include water, lightning, and wind along with. But he can use every nature besides earth release, actually. So, yeah. Which also means yin and yang release. And yin yang release, which he does use to enhance his black whip by making a lot more black whips that are made of pure chakra, which helps him a lot, but yeah. Also, Shikamaru with his Shadow Pulse Jutsu, not teaching him how to do yang release, which allows him to kind of make like shadow black whips. So yeah. But now with this, Naruto is made the Rookie of the Year, put him on Team 7, and then eventually with number 2 happening to be Shikamaru, but he needs to be on Team Inoshikacho, Shino is put on Naruto's team. And then because Naruto isn't a sensor ninja, well, Hinata isn't put on their team, and Shino kind of is a jack of all trades, including in combat. Because he's also really good at combat, he's put on Naruto's team just for that simple reason. And because they need Kunichi, Sakura is put on Naruto, Shino, and Sakura's team. So yeah. Then Triple Shino on Team Kurenai, Sasuke. And Kakashi doesn't really mind this at all. So, yeah. He can train Sasuke, and like Kurenai can also train him as well. So, yeah. At least get a Genjutsu ability up. And Kurenai's like, once Sasuke unlocks the Sharingan, I can teach him a few good Genjutsu. Me and you can like do like a swap with Sasuke or Sakura or Sasuke or Shino. So yeah. Naruto's the only one that can't be swapped out. But yeah. Also, in terms of all-around ability, Naruto is roughly around the level of like 7th Gate Might Guy. Not in terms of power, if he were to go all out, as he can even control the Nine Tails, because Naruto can look like the definition of pure-hearted. He doesn't hate anything. He's just all-around mental stability to the maximum. He was even taught how to control chakra at an extreme level by Toshinori, who learned it briefly, but yeah. Naruto can control up to 2 tails and 9 tails, and he can use 100% One for All, because he has still the Toshinori effect of One for All. So, 2 tails of the 9 tails, 2 of the 9 tails. Then, he can use basically 100% One for All, even put it in full cowling, put that full cowling on lightning. Then, basically, you can use all the abilities of the One for All users to their maximum ability. He's met all the users, so they've helped him learn how to use his abilities. He's met the 9 tails. His raw physical strength is already impressive enough. Yeah, he's nearly the same level as Kisame. So, 6th, 7th Gate Might Guy could work. As Kisame full power would have pushed Might Guy to use the 8th Gate. 8th Gate Guy could easily watch Kisame, but it still would have pushed Kisame would have still pushed him to the 8th Gate. So yeah. So basically, we go forward on to, I'm going to say, basically, we can go on to probably just, that's just Kakashi asking likes and dislikes. Naruto would basically say his likes consist of, most things. He doesn't really hate or dislike anything. Like, a few things that annoy him, but there's not much that makes him hate anything, so that question kind of just a dud for him. Then his goal, he wants to become the strongest man in the world, or strongest being in the world. And he wants to be so strong that it can eliminate conflict just with his name alone. So yeah. This does kind of surprise everyone, but everyone besides, it surprises Sakura and Kakashi. So Shino kind of already knew this. But yeah. Now Shino kind of just says, just like himself saying his likes consist of bugs, his friends, and his clan. His likes consist of people who are to harm the things he likes. His goal, become a clan head. And become the strongest Abrama he can. And Sakura says the same thing to Canon. She hates Naruto because he surpassed Sasuke. Same for Shino. She hates Naruto and Shino. And Shikamaru and Choji and Hinata because they all surpassed Sasuke in some degree. The only way that Sasuke didn't surpass Shino is... No, not Shino. The only way that Choji didn't surpass Sasuke is in intelligence. Everything else he beat Sasuke in. Because all of those Naruto friends can use some form of nature release. So yeah. Hinata can use lightning and water release. But yeah. But yeah, so eventually the bell test the next day, and well, eventually, well, Naruto didn't guess that Kakashi would be late, so he kind of went to Shino's house, met Shibi Aburame, Shino's father, and he hung out there for a bit. They arrive around 10 minutes before Kakashi does, but Naruto threw Sakura a small snack, knowing she probably didn't eat. She eats it immediately, and then 10 minutes later, Kakashi would arrive. Sakura seems to be at a decent amount of power, as she ate a food pill, really. So, yeah. One of Shino are at their full capability. And Kakashi tries the bell test, and Naruto immediately pulls Sakura to the side in like a huddle while Kakashi explains it. And eventually, well, kind of mumbled, saying the whole extract is based off teamwork. Sakura doesn't believe it because of what Kakashi's saying, but he tells her, it would make sense for us to only be able to get 2 bells well, actually, I don't need a bell. I can easily get one right now. But I can probably distract him long enough for you to actually do some valuable attacks, and then in the middle of that, in the middle of those quote-unquote valuable attacks, you guys can go get them. So, yeah. So, eventually you go on to basically just, Yep. So, yeah, we can go on to probably just Kakashi's thing start. Naruto basically went into like full cowling 30% and dashed at Kakashi full speed. Or full speed for 30%. Kakashi's decently impressed with how fast Naruto is, but he's not fast enough. When Naruto laying down on the ground, he went at 70%, dashing past Kakashi, and almost grabbed a bell. When Kakashi dodged the bell grab, Naruto suddenly used momentum to put to a twist in a roundhouse kick, and Kakashi right in the jaw. Now this Kakashi got starting back a bit, and then poofed into a log, with a very big crack in it. Now this is where Kakashi was shocked that Naruto was able to pull that off immediately, only to hear Naruto yell, full howling 100%. Then he just flicked the air at like top speeds, or maximum strength, even using chakra to enhance it. This hit where Kakashi was, making a giant explosion of just trees and dirt. Shino ran in to do that, so he basically giant fist of bugs that punched Kakashi. Well, Kakashi blocked the punch easily, but yeah. So I'm fighting back a bit. Sakura jump out and use Sunbone to cut one of the bells off immediately. She hit it, kind of like in between her fingers, going like she was going to hit Kakashi in the side. Then Kakashi was able to dodge, only for Sakura to drop the Sunbone a little bit, and it cut the bell string off. She then used her foot to kick the bell right near her face. She caught at the bell, then just ran far away. Which immediately Kakashi realized that was the plan. It worked out pretty well though. Then Shino would use more bug fists to punch at Kakashi all over again. He's able to dodge all these fists, only for Naruto to go hit him 100%, and then use one tail of power, running at Kakashi at top speeds, and slamming into him as hard as he can, knocking him through a tree. So as Kakashi hit the ground, he's holding his arm that's obviously, somewhat broken, and Naruto then used Black Whip to smash it at Kakashi. He's able to dodge it, only in the meantime for that giant uproar of just smoke to have Kakashi jump, or not Kakashi, jump and grab one of the other bells. Now this they all pass for teamwork. So, yeah, they eat. Well, Sakura eats. Naruto Shino ate before they got there. So, yeah. Now the next month and a half, they do missions, and they even do a bit of training. And Naruto kind of encouraged Sakura to actually do a bit of Shino and Naruto's little training routines when they're younger. And, well, she does them, and they're extreme. It's painful as well. But by the time the month and a half is up, and now it's time for Night of Waves, Sakura obviously has a bit more muscle tone. She even has her hair a bit shorter now. She's almost as strong as she is when I would say probably towards the end of the OG Naruto, probably in the filler where she still trains to Tsunade. She's about as strong as in the Naruto filler Sakura, who has Tsunade training still. So yeah, what movie was it? Hold up. Yeah, Naruto movie 3. She's about as strong as she is in that movie. So yeah, she knows about as strong as he is. I would say probably in Shippuden, and he has most of the same bugs too, but he also took on a bit more. The reason he doesn't take on more bugs is because a lot of them are violent. But then, well, it allowed him to basically just let on it for like Toshinori telling him, yeah, bugs are violent, but the way your clan breeds them, you can make them non-violent. So why don't you try doing that? And Shino would try. So yeah. She has the majority of the bugs besides like the purple ones that are on his skin. So yeah, he doesn't have those bugs just yet. And with this we go on to basically just like, I guess, the Land of Waves mission, where they still get that mission, but he was assigned it to them just by his own accord. They didn't have any problem with D ranks. Then, well, this Carson's a bit, like, yes, not really impressed by the team, but Hirschman does say that this is one of the stronger teams they have. So, or for Genin, that is. If he's going to be Genin, he needs the strongest Genin team. Then this we're going to basically Demon Brothers, where Shino already knew they were there, though he's on the puddle, because, well, up ahead there's no tons of water anywhere around that isn't, like, natural. Rainwater's natural, but it hasn't rained in a long time. The nearest lake is nearly 10 miles away. So, yeah. Shouldn't point that out, thus they're getting near the puddle. And they're not even in the Genjutsu yet. Well, they are, but they haven't gone around in the giant loop over and over again. As they get closer to it, Sakura immediately just yelled to release, and the Demon Brothers jump out. Naruto immediately uses Black Whip, slamming it into one of their chests. And Naruto immediately charges up like around 2 punches using Fajin, then release a third punch that sends the brother flying into a tree, almost knocking him out. Instead, it just knocked all the wind out of him. He can't catch his breath for almost a minute, and he nearly suffocates trying to get wind, but yeah. Eventually he does get his wind back, but they also kind of just interrogate both of the brothers after this. Because they've been wasting like an hour going in a circle, they actually go past Zabuza without Zabuza realizing they went past him already. When Zabuza couldn't find the team that was supposed to be attacked, he immediately went to the Demon Brothers when it was happening, only to see the brothers defeated, and they talk about what happened. And Zabuza realized that they went past him alright, he was just too busy prepping that he didn't see them. Same for Haku, Haku didn't see. Which means they don't know Zabuza. And Zabuza talked to Gato about how weak the Demon Brothers were, and how, because they're prepping an attack that would definitely kill them, the Demon Brothers were in the middle of losing, so the trap wasn't set up. Which means they know Gato, and he wasn't know Zabuza or Haku, just the Demon Brothers as he had them killed. So, yeah. So Tazo went away a bit earlier, and Naruto would meet Inari. And Naruto's been leaving heroes until Naruto mentioned Toshinori and how he changed the life of Naruto, Shino, Shikamaru, Choji, and Hinata. And when we talked about this, Inari immediately found like very similar to his father. And yeah. Eventually with this, Inari would ask Naruto if he aspires to be like his father, or to be like Toshinori, as Naruto does call him his father. Naruto says he doesn't. He aspires to be his own man that was inspired by Toshinori. So yeah. And that's what Toshinori can tell Naruto to be. As on his way with Konoha, he thought about his life in Konoha, and in the basic modern world, kind of realized that he did a bad thing for Midoriya by actually letting Midoriya be like him for so long. So when we met Naruto seemed to be adapting a bit of like similarities to him. Well, and then Toshinori shut that all down by saying, "Don't be like me. Be your own man that can be inspired by me." So yeah. This is kind of what Naruto's doing. He's not trying to be under All Might, just like Midoriya. No, he's going to be inspired by him, and that's about it. We can be his own man that's very inspired by Toshinori. So yeah. Shino not putting a thumbs up as he heard that, and he says he's going to do the same thing. So, yeah. Now, we can go on to probably just after this. Probably just was on Haku attacking with, like, everyone else, too. Or probably not everyone, but just really mainly just Zabuza and Haku. So they're on the bridge and they attack. Well, he's kind of just met by Naruto. But we kind of met by all the Team 7. But Naruto says he has a bad feeling about something, so they can fight. The three can fight off Zabuza and Haku. He's gonna go figure out what makes him feel wrong. But he ran towards Inari's house, only to find the two guys trying to basically attack them. But Naruto immediately used Black Whip and slapped one of the guys across the face. This slap was so hard that it blinded the guy permanently. Well, Naruto used one motion Fajin as his legs were building up kinetic energy, ran so fast that he just slammed into the guy, almost killing him immediately. So, yeah. So the force that Naruto slammed into the guy with almost killed him. But, yeah. Now going forward, we'd probably go on to Naruto going back to Zabuza and Haku. But, what he's honestly doing is just completely just destroying everyone around him. Well, not everyone, but mainly just Zabuza. So, pause. So Naruto mainly fought Zabuza as Shino and Sakura fought against Haku. And Otazuna was honestly kind of just leaning back a bit, as Kakashi was a bit stronger in this one, just the fact that he trained with someone as strong as Kisame, or nearly as strong as Kisame. Kisame is easily above Kakashi, especially in this part of the story. So yeah. So Naruto basically fighting against Zabuza, and with Kakashi by his side, Zabuza's easily being overwhelmed by Naruto. And eventually Naruto had but him and Kakashi combined easily beat Zabuza with really no difficulty. And Haku Haku's a bit harder because Shino can shoot all his bugs to cover the mirrors. Then Haku would jump through them. Shino's bugs cover the mirrors, so Haku can't jump into a mirror if he can't see them. Or Shino just now kind of had complete control over Haku's domain. Then when Haku would cut through the bugs, there's more bugs. So yeah. And she'll notice one vacant space. Haku tried to jump through it, only for the bugs to form around it, making a fist that would punch Haku in the face into the ground. Then Haku got back up. Haku shot with the kunai, and then just twisted the kunai, making Haku hit his knees in pain. Then Shino ran, elbowing Haku in the jaw. Then following the elbow, it would be punished with a twist, falling into basically just something very similar to a roundhouse kick, and nailed Haku right in the temple, which knocked him out. With this, Team 7 wins. Shino and Sakura high five, and then Naruto and Kakashi high five. Only forgot to all his men to arrive. But Naruto's kind of been jumping in the air rapidly, even using like 100% one for all to speed it up. And eventually, when he's done, Gato asks what he's doing. Then Naruto's gonna act like he's gonna go diving, but it's like Gato's men. They would be rushing Naruto, only for him to jump, and then use fudge in and spin at top speeds, which kind of made him go like a drill straight through Gato's men, killing the majority of them when he drilled through them. But then his drill began using Black Whip with that drill spin and killed all the Gato's men with that whip, or they all got knocked out. Half of them are dead, half of them are unconscious. And Gato's being pinned down by Naruto. Naruto immediately just kind of stepped on Gato's chest, and then asked Gato a question, which is, where's your base with all your money? Gato says, you're not going to get that answer out of me. Naruto used to make basically just a giant Black Whip, coated it in lightning, and then smacked Gato across the face with it. Naruto immediately says, fine, it's so-and-so location. Immediately, Naruto basically jumped up, going into his one-tailed form, and coding it 100%, basically just 100% one for all, and running off at top speeds. He came back, holding one bag of money, saying this isn't all of it, obviously. In the real location, I'm going to kill you. Then Gato eventually got scared, at how fast Naruto was, got the real location, even bank account information, and Naruto has all the money now. But you can kind of just pay back Land of Waves using Gato's money. And I give them double what they had before. Or even triple. So yeah. Gato wasn't really too hard to get his money from him. Then Team 7 got their own version of Paycheck, which would have set them up until they were young adults. So yeah. Or not until they're young adults, until they had their own families. It would set them up until then. And then they got the paychecks for the mission, and actually bringing in Zabuza and Haku. They did have bingo bug bounties, but they were dead or alive. So, Zabuza's just dead, Haku's just dead or alive. So they also got Haku's bounty. Well, Shino and Hinata did, but Shino and Sakura did. Zabuza, his bounty wasn't really claimed, but he's just imprisoned in Konoha. So, yeah. And Haku's also in prison as well, but yeah. Now this is going to basically tuning exams. Well, before we get into that, I'm going to end this part here. Who's enjoyed, like and subscribe for another part. Adios. Also, I think go for this one may end up being 30 likes for part 2. Alright, adios.